Dear Lonerd, I have a confession. I feel like a mess. All right, part 2, where I stayed on this property for about 2 months. As you can see, it's very big. It's 1 acre. Everything is really off grid. We outside. We use rain catchment for water. We cook outside. And what you're looking at right now is the papaya fields. She does a lot with 1 acre. I know this is moving kind of fast, but this is the tent that I stayed in for 2 months. Yep, definitely different. And I also used the bathroom in a bucket. Yeah. People here are so nice. I mean, people are nice. Like, I always find that when I need things, people really come through for me, but let me show you what just happened. So these 2 things are expired, but ignore that. Look at this big thing of corn, right? Still good. Everything on this top shelf, with the exclusion of this, is what this person just gave me. Some fruits, some beans, some cookies, pasta. Like, oh, that type of generosity and love and just, you know. I didn't do much farming in those 2 months. Instead, I was helping the husband with a conscious music project. I was learning how to market music. I was doing graphics, reaching out to promoters. I mean, so much. And I enjoyed it, but once I got tired, I went to dog and house sitting. Must be nice having someone who understands. I don't know the rest of the words, but it must be nice. Me and Maka Bear spent a great 6 weeks together. Not gonna lie, the loner did get a little lonely because this location was more isolated, but it was cool. I enjoyed it. When the owner came back in the last week, I helped her harvest some fruits.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do the loppers.
How fun.
You can do a video of us doing the pineapple too. You can smell them.
Oh yeah, they smell pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now look, these are little cakeys, little babies growing down here. So we can break these off and put them in water and they'll grow into new plants.
Oh, that's the ones that you have up there?
Yeah.
Oh.
So then we can just cut that stuff there.
Oh. Nice.
There it is.
Once I left that property, I went a little further north to another work trade, and honestly, it was very different. I don't know how to explain how I felt about it, but it was a lot less work and the views were beautiful. I spent 2 weeks there helping with dogs and, you know, doing things here and there. But really, I was looking for a job because I hadn't really decided that I wanted to stay yet, but I was tired of going in circles. Lonerd, look at this view at the property that I was staying. You know what time it is? Get your 33 ounces of water and let's drink. I said that this would be an area for any announcements and anything I wanted to talk about, but let's revisit bartering. I think it's an important conversation, especially with the whole hoopla about the US dollar dropping now, and the fact that I've got to experience the concept of bartering and work trading in Hawaii has opened my eyes a lot to the possibilities of a society without money or with minimal money used as possible. Besides that, there will be a new clothing drop coming to the Lonerd.com soon, as well as a few announcements having to do with the brand in general, so look out for that. Enjoy the view, and let's move on to some other cool things that I got to experience. have a confession. I feel like a mess. And I don't mean necessarily literally. I consider myself a relatively clean person. But I feel like a mess psychologically. And I think for majority of my life I've spent time trying to cover that as a fact. Not whether or not it's a fact that I am a mess, but the fact that I think I am a mess. I have all of these creative, great ideas and solutions, but it just makes so much sense to me in here and in here. And when I try to articulate what the actual all right, I actually have no idea what I'm talking about here. You know, as much as I understood through this journey that when you travel around, it doesn't change your mental condition, I realized that I hold myself to way too high standards. I'm a perfectionist, and I need to realize that I'm okay, and I try. I actually went back to the property when a job position fell through, and I stayed there for another 2 months before I was like, yeah, let me go back home and regroup. What a ride it was. Hope you enjoy that footage from part 2 of At Home in Hawaii. I just wanted to come on here real quick and say 3 things that I really enjoyed about Hawaii and 3 things that wasn't my favorite. 1, really loved the island life. Like everything about it. It's hard to explain, but being someone who was born in the islands and I didn't get to grow up there, Trinidad, it was good to be able to just experience everything that was. That includes the natural fruits, the food. Actually, that's my number 2. The fruits, the food, knowing where your food is coming from, like seeing that, having that hand-to-hand contact is next level. Another thing I really like, number 3, would be the community. You know, everyone seems to go by their own ethos, which is the aloha, spreading that energy, that good vibes. And I strongly believe that when you personify a positive energy and you spread it out to others, it eventually has a ripple effect in the community, in the world that you're serving. So shout out to Hawaii. No one, I don't think in the rest of America does it as well. I could be wrong. No one does it as well. The 3 things that I didn't like as much is, I already spoke about this, but the low wage that they had, even up until October last year, minimum wage was only $10.10. And as beautiful as paradise is, it's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? There are people who live there, who grew up there their whole lives, and they can't afford to live there because of the lure and, you know, having to import food onto the island. Like, there's a lot of reasons as to why it's just expensive, and that minimum wage is now at $12 and it'll be 18 over the course of like 6 years or something, but it's not okay. I'm also not a fan of 6 o'clock wake up times Hawaiians. I know y'all some island people, but come on, man. Come on. I could get up at 7:30 and be good. Y'all be wanting to get up at 6 and then start working at 6. Well, I'm tired. That's too much. And I guess the last thing that I wouldn't say I didn't like, but it takes an adjustment, is, you know, living on an island with a volcano. I would say that the people there, they're very strong and they're resilient and they understand and respect, you know, the history and everything that comes with living on an island. But it's a little scary. It takes some guts. So shout out to y'all. Y'all are the goats. I really love my time there. And I can't say that I won't be back, but I don't know. I'm thinking about things. I also want to have respect for the people and the fact that they're literally telling people to not move there, you know? So, yeah, hope you enjoy. I'm actually going to be coming out with a drop soon that personifies my time there. And, you know, part of the proceeds will go to an organization that helped me personally while I was on the island. So look out for that. It's dropping very soon, next week. And yeah, thank you for watching. The Lonerd might be going through a few changes too. Like, it may not be the Lonerd. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But look out for all of that too. So thanks.